2022, excuse me. Still tired. Just got back from Consensus. 17,000 people showed up. We had a community event with over 1,200 people there. A lot of VIP stuff. We had a lovely party, and Elijah Wood showed up and was DJing, and Ice Cube showed up. So I never in my life thought we'd be doing these types of things, but it was fun. Gave away a bunch of Stetson hats. And Texas is always enjoyable. I ate way too much barbecue, but that's what you do when you're in Consensus. The event was pretty special in that we had an outsized impact, I think, as an ecosystem. Right now, there's a strong hunger for stability, quality, and certainty. You notice that Bitcoin is down about 14% today. Markets are not doing very well, and there's a good chance we could see 20,000 or less Bitcoin. And that's just because things were overheated and things are now retracting. The equity markets are terrible. Inflation concerns are significant. Interest rates are going up. We are in a recession in a global sense. It's hard to get anything done when it's $7 for a gallon of diesel. It's $28, I think, for 4 liters. Just gives you a sense of how expensive things are. So the power of Consensus with that, we had a chance to engage with a lot of builders in the ecosystem, the Cardano ecosystem, and ask them, why are you here? What are you doing? Are you here from the long haul, or are you here for, a short term? And every one of them, passion, it's problem solving, pushing hard, and they just getting it done. It was really remarkable to see all the different things from air nodes that are broadcasting internet across an entire country to completely new worlds that are being built, metaverses being built, ton of NFTs, a lot of really interesting things on the DEX side, and a lot of excitement. A lot of great conversations about developer experience. We had several really deep meetings with a lot of people in the DeFi side of the Cardano ecosystem about new feature requests. We also talked a lot about the Cardano open source project, which we'll probably, as an ecosystem, be able to make an announcement sometime in September about. Long and the short is that things are moving towards a members-based organization. The time has come for that type of organization. So an enormous amount of intersourcing, a lot of stuff getting off Jira, and it's going to be a very busy summer, all things considered. And there's a sense of calm, I feel, about everybody that we have because, well, every day is the same. We just work. We just get it done. Everybody in the ecosystem is building. And that's a lot of fun. And we learn a lot along the way, and we keep publishing. Input endorsers are coming along and are making huge progress there. And Duncan and team are really digging into the deep nuances of the problem. We continue to evolve the network stack of Cardano as an ecosystem and find new use cases and utility. Ton of progress on Mithril, ton of progress on Hydra. There really aren't any surprises in that sense. And you see all the surprises that the space has. When you look at the Celsiuses or the Terra Lunas or these other things, I think you get into a lot of trouble when you try to financial engineer your way into super amazing, guaranteed permanent returns. The reality is any human endeavor, whether it be a technological endeavor, a commodity endeavor, an intellectual endeavor, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be successes and failures, and there are no guarantees in that respect. Our industry is no different, and just because we're adding the word crypto doesn't in any way, shape, or form change the laws of financial physics, where in the absence of diversification, in the absence of deep research, in the absence of risk management, you'll see tremendous volatility and inevitably lots of winners and losers, much more biased towards the loser side. And our industry amplifies that because it's a new industry and there's exciting new things here. I've engaged a lot with lawmakers over the last month and a half, 2 months, and we've had very deep and detailed discussions. Senate hearings are coming, congressional inquiries are coming. There's a lot of interest in the legislative branch about the future of cryptocurrencies. And what's positive about that conversation is there's a wholesale acknowledgement amongst most reasonable politicians that crypto is here to stay. Markets go up, markets go down. Some people commit fraudulent behavior. But just like the traditional marketplaces and traditional technologies, that no way invalidates the fact that this is a revolutionary technology that has a lot of use and utility behind it that is fundamentally transformative. That said, rules need to be established. The game has to be kind of figured out because right now it's not working as well as it needs to. And so finally, the legislative branch is waking up to that, and something will come in the United States. And I believe that something will, like Sarbanes-Oxley or these other standards, ripple through the entire world, and regulations will be made in reflection of, contrast to, or a merger in some capacity with what the U.S. standards become. From our part, we're trying to solve fundamental questions. For example, we're very concerned about the notion of decentralization. To that end, we're going to bootstrap up a decentralization index and try to start measuring things just so we can start the conversation. It is my hope that that index eventually can become embedded at NIST or some standards body like that and be used as a common metric that people can score to demonstrate that their ecosystems have achieved certain milestones. We need definitions for throughput. We need a consumer protections bill of rights to clearly articulate the rules of the road. On the innovation side, RegTech is going to be one of the fastest growing parts, I think, of the cryptocurrency industry. The automation of KYC and AML, the embedding of identity and metadata into transactions for certain use cases makes a lot of sense. The problem is that there seems to be a visceral, almost childish attempt to say that anything along these lines is problematic. Let's be very clear here. No lawmaker in the United States, no member of the executive branch is responsible for BitConnect or Terra Luna. None. We are as an industry. And for some reason, we don't think it appropriate as an industry to accept and own the mistakes that were made and acknowledge that people have been hurt. And if we are able to do that, then we can gain some wisdom and we can come collectively up with an approach that means we can continue operating as an industry the way that we as an industry would like, without the moral hazards that continue to appear again and again and again and again and again and again. This bear market is a great opportunity. It's an opportunity for rivalries to be set aside. It's an opportunity for poaching to stop. It's an opportunity for the toxicity that we see amplified by social media and by community managers